Hello, good morning. I'm Susan, and this is a comeback yoga class. This is a um, class that focuses on gentle yoga and meditation. And we have a theme this month. All of the comeback yoga classes have a theme, and that's rhythm and flow. So let's get started. Gonna sit. You can sit with me. You can find as comfortable a seat as possible. We'll roll shoulders and move your head around and settle in. You can put one hand inside the other. Give yourself an upright posture. Breathe in and breathe out. Observe things about how your body feels, about how your thoughts are, your energy levels. What do you feel like doing today in your class time? And as you start to notice the rhythm and the pattern of your breathing, you can inhale and lengthen up and exhale and soften down. Inhale gives you a little bit more energy, and your exhale lets you ease up a little bit. And those two um, forces, those two things, they work together. And it's like flow. You're riding a wave. You're inhaling and getting a little bit more energy, a little bit more oxygen. You're getting fuel. And you're exhaling and chilling out a little bit. And it's like traveling on a journey, and you're moving between the beginning and the end all the time. After you have got the rhythm and the pattern of your breath, the flow of your breath will start to move a little bit. You can lean from one side to the other side. You put your hands wherever you want to, on the floor or on your legs. And then we'll add in some arms reaching, either putting your hand on a shoulder or stretching up overhead. And we'll try a push across. So you can spread out your fingers, push through with your palm leading, and your fingers stretching. And soften that by turning your palm up like a scoop and a reach. And come back to center, pause for a moment, and go back to that very beginning rhythm, pattern, feeling your breath, your inhales, your exhales, the little journey you take every time you breathe. And we'll bring hands together. Inhale to reach up towards the ceiling. Exhaling your fingertips down to the floor. Bring your chin in the direction of your chest and stretch out the back of your neck. Inhaling, sweeping your arms out and up and overhead. Put your hands together. Then exhale and come to center line, pulling your thumbs in front of your sternum. Your elbows are tucked in at your sides. Then put all those things together in one continuous movement. And you can do it at the pace and the rhythm of your breath. You're inhaling and exhaling and inhaling and exhaling. And as I'm saying this, you are moving at a different pace than I am because your breath rhythm and pattern you know intimately now. Been studying it, being with it, observing it, and you're breathing at your own rhythm and pace and moving at that rhythm and pace with your breath, moving your arms to match. And we'll pause, observe, notice. And we'll change position. We've been sitting for a little bit and it's time to stretch out our legs. Very good. We'll come over to your side. You can prop yourself up onto your forearm. If this is in any way uncomfortable to prop yourself up on your forearm, you could also come all the way down onto your side and maybe prop your head up on a pillow or your arm, whatever you like. And once you're stretching out with your legs, you can press out through your feet and then point your toes. So you're pressing and bringing your feet into flexion and then pointing your toes and moving between those two, maybe giving yourself the opportunity to match your breath here. And this is a core strength exercise. You're holding yourself on your side, pointing and flexing your feet. And take your bottom leg and bend it. And then take your top knee in toward your chest. Then take your leg along and sweep your arm out and up and overhead. And bring your knee in toward your chest. And top leg stretches out, arm up and overhead. One more time. Knee in toward your chest, stretch. And leg long, one arm up. And we'll roll onto our backs. Rock your knees side to side. And take your arms up and overhead and let the backs of your hands approach the floor just as your shoulders allow, and sweep your arms back down towards the floor. As you bring your arms up and overhead, let your low back press down. You're going to tuck your tailbone. Big inhale. And exhale, allow your low back to release back away from the floor and arms come back down by your sides. Big inhale. Press down. You're energizing your abs, your core. And exhale, Your arms glide back down and press into the floor. Again, if this is any way uncomfortable, you don't like it, you could also get a pillow. You could have your head a little bit turned. Try to match your arms to each other so they're both moving at the same pace. And you're just deeply listening to your breath. We'll do one more, just like this. And we're turning to the other side. So your other leg is going to be on top. So funny. We're pointing and flexing our feet again. You can spread out your toes. You can float your top leg away from your bottom leg for a little extra work. We try rolling through your feet rather than just moving between one position and the other position. You can feel all the different positions in between those 2 points of flex and point. And you're bending your bottom knee, bottom leg, and taking your top leg straight and bending your knee in toward your chest, bringing your leg close to you and straightening your leg out, and you're taking your top arm into the air. And you can do that a couple times. You're matching with your breath. Now we're turning onto our tummies. Once you get onto your tummy, you can wiggle your elbows out to the sides and come forward. You can put one hand on top of the other and bring your forehead towards your hands. If this is, again, in any way uncomfortable, you don't like it for whatever reason, you could also put your chin on your hands. You could turn your head to the side, or you could prop yourself up a little bit and give yourself a little bit of space away from the floor. The idea is to give yourself a long, low back and to feel your breath a little bit differently, because now your tummy is pressed into the floor and you'll feel your breath in a different way. So notice your breath here, your expansion and contraction. There's that little bit of energy that you get when you inhale and a little bit of ease you get when you exhale. And we'll try taking hands back towards our sides, elbows pointing back. And we'll use a little lift and a lower. And it doesn't matter. You can inhale or exhale on the lift, inhale or exhale on the lower, just as long as you are breathing as comfortably as possible. And your hands are there to help with the weight of your upper body. You don't have to go up very far. Try squeezing your glutes this time and pointing your toes when you lift, and then softening that up as you lower. Now take your arms way out in front of you, palms down. Walk your fingers forward a little bit. Point one toe and lift one leg and lower your leg. And then point your other toe, lift one leg and lower your leg. You might be lifting, you might keep your thigh on the floor and just lift your lower leg bending at your knee. Or you could point your whole leg and lift your thigh as well. So you're lifting from your hip. You can do either. You might not do the same thing on both sides, depending on how your legs feel. And if you want just a little extra complexity to this, you can float one arm when you float one leg. Can you match your breath? That'll slow it down a little bit. Can you match your breath with your movements? If you want a little bit more complexity, you can float both arms and legs and then lower down. Doesn't have to be much. When you float both arms and legs, you might go to a softer variation, a less intense variation, or maybe you want a little more challenge. To me, that means switching between moving from my knees or moving from my hips. And we'll bring ourselves back to our original position. Bringing your legs underneath you, coming to an upright posture. Getting used to being upright again. Returning to that sensation of noticing, feeling your breath. And we'll stick one leg out to the side and encourage stretch on the back and the inner back of your leg and your inner thigh. And turn away from your outstretched leg. Feel that stretch in a different way. And once more, turn towards your outstretched leg, encouraging the stretch in the back of your thigh, your inner thigh. We'll bring that leg in and we'll try the other side. One knee bent, one leg long. And turn away from your extended leg. Feeling that stretch in a different way. And turning back towards your outstretched leg. And we'll lift up and come back to center. When you are ready, we'll turn and face down towards the floor and come into a downward facing dog. And try lifting and lowering your heels with your breath. And you'll come walk your feet forward, walk your hands back. We'll come up to standing. Coming all the way up to standing. Roll through your shoulders. Putting your hands together and rubbing your hands together. Let's walk out a little bit. Sit back. Inhale to reach up and reach out. Exhale. Release your arms down by your sides. Do that a couple times. Inhale, reaching up and out. Exhaling, arms come around. Inhale, reach up and out. Exhale, arms come around. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach up, reach out. Exhale, arms come around. Step up towards the top of the mat. Step one leg back into your warrior one position. Arms come up and overhead. And exhale, arms float back down. Gathering up, reaching way up overhead. Exhale, arms come down. Big inhale. Soft exhale. Step it together. Big inhale. Soft exhale. Step your other leg back. You're in warrior one position. Big inhale. And soft exhale. Step it together. And pausing. Walking yourself back out to the middle of your space. Sitting back. Inhale, reach up, reach out. Exhaling, hinging forward. Pull your thumbs in by your shoulders, reach forward. Exhale, sweep around, big circles. Hands together overhead. Draw your hands down, center line, and sit back. Big inhale and exhale. Gather in, reach forward. Exhale, sweep around, big circles. Hands together. Draw your hands down, center line. Release your arms down, roll through your shoulders. Walk your feet together. Take one step out to the side. And take your other foot and rotate on the ball of your foot. Lift your heel, turn your knee out to the side. Re-square your feet. Sit back into a chair pose and then shift onto one foot. Rotate on the ball of your other foot. Turn your knee out to the side. And re-square and sit. We'll just move into a tree pose. Once you have that rhythm, that pattern, you can do what you like with your arms. If you let your arms hang, or perhaps you'd like to bring your arms into the air, that's up to you. You can make your own pattern here. Stepping through and finding a tree pose, a moment of balance, and then finding that journey from one to the other, one tree pose to the next. And pause and center. Give yourself a moment. Release your arms down, sweep up and overhead, hands together. Draw your hands down center line and sit back. And we'll lengthen, arms come down, roll through your wrists and your fingers, open and close your hands. Take one hand over the top of your head, glide to the back of your head. And same thing, one hand to the top of your head, glide to the back of your head. Hands to your opposite shoulders and glide down.
And we'll now bring ourselves into an upright posture. You can roll through your shoulders. Allow yourself to come back down to a seated position. You can rub your hands together and bring yourself into the most comfortable seated position you can find. If you want to close your eyes, you can. That's optional. Notice the rhythm and pace of your breath as you breathe in and breathe out. Notice what happens in your body as you breathe. Now notice the rhythm and pace of your thoughts. And invite your thoughts to be smooth and steady. To ride the wave of your breath as you continue to breathe in and breathe out. You can take one hand to your heart and the other hand over that hand, and encourage your breath in your body and encourage your heart beating. You might notice other rhythms and patterns in your body. You can let your hands come down into your lap. And one hand opens and the other closes. One hand opens and the other closes. You can do this with the pattern of your breath or not. And close up both hands. Squeeze your hands tightly a little bit. And release them and let them be just soft and open, empty hands. And rub your hands together. If your eyes were open or if your eyes were closed, you can start to open them again. You can stick your legs out in front of you, stretching out your legs, rolling through your feet, your ankles, your toes. And bring your legs back to original position, becoming aware of your surroundings, looking around, rubbing your hands together, tucking your elbows in at your sides. Take a big inhale, reach way up overhead. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, look down. Inhaling, reaching up overhead, hands together. Exhaling, drawing down center line. Inhaling to reach up. Exhaling, fingertips to the floor, look down. Inhaling to reach up, hands together. Exhaling and drawing hands down center line. And we'll turn, rotate to one side, rotate to the other side. Take one leg in your arms and rock it a little bit. If that doesn't work for you, for whatever reason, you could also put your foot out in front of you with your knee bent up towards the ceiling and rock your legs side to side like that. And the other leg. You can either hold your leg and rock it, or you can put your foot on the floor and rock your leg side to side like that. Putting your fingertips on the floor behind you, stretch across your collarbones, move your shoulder blades a little bit towards each other, spread across the front of your body, and bring your arms across the front of your body, hold your opposite shoulders, and hang forward. Lift up and tilt your head to one side. And then straighten out your head and tilt your head to the other side. And lift up and roll through your shoulders, up and back and down. And move into stillness. Observe the results of your practice. Notice your breath as it is now. Soft inhale breath through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And one more inhale and exhale. Thank you for practicing with me today and with Comeback Yoga. Comeback Yoga is a nonprofit. We offer yoga and meditation classes to people who have served in the military or who are serving in the military, and to their friends and families. We have a website, comebackyoga.org. You can go there and find out more about what Comeback Yoga does, and you can contact our amazing staff. They are happy to help you and happy to connect you to resources that are available to you and to learn about those. And please do that if you have interest there. And come back to our YouTube channel and continue to practice, and we'll all keep doing that together. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.